Trong những năm trở lại đây, những hoạt động quốc tế của các cộng đồng sinh viên trên toàn thế giới đã được du nhập và tổ chức tại Việt Nam. Những người trẻ, những bạn sinh viên Việt Nam đã và đang rất tích cực hưởng ứng kết nối với các tổ chức sinh viên quốc tế, từ đó mang lại những chương trình, những dự án trao đổi văn hóa, giáo dục, tạo một môi trường tốt để sinh viên Việt Nam có cơ hội nâng cao khả năng ngoại ngữ cũng như được làm việc trong môi trường quốc tế. Hộ chiếu toàn cầu là một trong những chương trình như vậy. Michelle và Catherine là hai thực tập sinh đến từ Malaysia và Đức. Sau một quãng thời gian tại đây, hai bạn đã có những ấn tượng tốt đẹp về thái độ làm việc của các bạn sinh viên Việt Nam.
Well, I came here through ASAC, and before that, I looked through several projects on the ASAC portal. Before I came to volunteer, I joined ASAC because I knew that I want to teach English because I grew up speaking English, and I know not everyone is privileged enough to be able to learn how to speak English and have confidence. So I think that was one of my main reasons. Before I go to work, I want to do some volunteer work, like help to teach English, because it's a global language and it's important. And because I'm so privileged, I think I should help some people gain confidence in speaking English. After I looked at the project at the portal, there were like several countries offering this, but I think Vietnam is a good country as well because it's not an English speaking country, and some people in Vietnam may not be really privileged, like in the small town areas. But I didn't know that this project will be for the more privileged people before that. But the main reason I chose Vietnam was because I know that English is not your national language, and it's a good place to start. I think they all have very positive attitude. Like for my own group of attendees, because each of us are in charge of our own attendees, and the last activity, all of them actually took part in it. Like they divided their work, and all of them actually did their work, and like because we have to check through their work, and all of them actually met the deadline and submitted it to me on time, and they took the constructive feedback really well, and they always try to improve themselves because they know what they are here for. Because that's what I'm really happy about, because they know what they are here for, and they really listen to your feedback and actually take them in and try to strive for the better. So I think that's really good. I think all of them have really good attitude, but sometimes they can be a little uptight about the project, like because sometimes when we plan, we take really long time to plan, and we have to constantly make a lot of changes. I think you want the best for the attendees, we understand, but sometimes we know what we're doing, and I know you have a lot of experience, but sometimes we have to learn how to relax a little bit and not be so uptight, and maybe sometimes being more flexible is better, because if you want to control everything, because not everything is under your control, you will never know what happened. So I think it's really good that they try their best to make sure everything goes well and everything, but sometimes it is a little too uptight for my liking. Well, I was actually part of a committee member in Monash Entrepreneurship Club. I was a community member in a club in my university. It's an entrepreneur club, and when we run projects, it's pretty similar, but we're not as uptight like what I mentioned. We're more flexible, and of course we all try to make sure nothing bad happens, but we know that everything will not be under our control, so we sometimes have like alternative plans, like option 1, option 2, option 3. In case this happened, then use plan B and plan C, things like that. And sometimes the planning here can be a little bit too much changes, and sometimes a little too last minute, which is not really a good thing. I'm just going to be really frank, because sometimes they inform us a little too last minute, which is not really good, because I think everything should be done beforehand, and then after that you shouldn't make a huge change already. Because when I was in my club, we actually prepared a lot. Over here prepare a lot as well, but it's quite different as well. And the most important thing is we're more flexible, and we have backup plans. And sometimes when the OCs ask us, for example during our feedback session after every round, they will pose problems to us, but there's no solutions. That's what I realized. Like every time during feedback session, they will tell us all the problems that they encountered, but they can't give us a solution. So yeah, we know the problem is there if you mention the problem, but maybe you could give us a solution to help it out.
Yeah.
We are the club that I'm in. We are an entrepreneur club. That means we're a business club, and we run projects like not charity. There's two projects that we run every year, which is a charity program where we have charity bazaars within our university campus, and then another project is held in a mall where we have a bazaar, like a shopping bazaar in a shopping mall, and it's an entrepreneur project, so students can come and join and be a vendor in that project, and they can learn how to be an entrepreneur through this platform, and other actual entrepreneurs can take part in the project as well. So this is actually my first time teaching, so it's hard to compare the teaching organization and an entrepreneur organization in terms of. I think the advantages of them joining an international project is numerous. I think you can't list down everything. Like they get to know more about, because they know more attendees, interns from other countries, so they get to know more about other cultures as well.
And also learn English.
Yeah, they learn. Yeah. They can practice. I mean, they have the platform to practice their English as well, which is really good for them. And then because they have to plan all of this as well, so they get to learn and improve their planning and management skills more. Yeah, I think for them to join this kind of project, it will improve not only themselves, but also it will improve and look good on their resume. So I think there's a lot of positive things, but maybe the disadvantages is maybe if they're bad at time management or task management, they may not be able to catch up, because I know that all of them are students. So since they're doing this during the university time, they may not have enough time. If they don't manage their time well, they may not have enough time to do their coursework or their assignments, which may affect their own studies. So I think that's one of the disadvantages if they can't plan well.
Yeah, it's about.
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to do something else, which is not media, not journalism, just do some volunteer work, something social. And I like to teach, so I will help, I help some students in Germany too, and I like that. I was thinking about getting a teacher, but now I study journalism, so I thought it's a good idea to teach English. And I love to travel, so I thought I want to go in a country where I can travel after the project. And some friends of me were in Vietnam, and they thought it's so beautiful. And I was in Thailand and Malaysia 2 years ago, and I loved it, so I thought I think it's a very nice place. And the perfect sound good, and the country sound good, so I thought perfect place to come. I think the students they work a lot. Yeah, when I came here, I was just surprised because everything was loud and full and stressful. Yeah, but one girl took me up from the airport, and she was so nice, and I felt so good, and I wasn't nervous or felt like I want to go home or something like that. I just felt good because everybody take care. Yeah, and I have the feeling they really want to achieve something in their life and just work for it. And if you tell them something, tell them what they should do, they really do it and prepare. I think so. I'm really happy about my attendees and about the OCs, because sometimes in Germany I have the feeling that people just talk and talk but don't do it, and here it's different because they work a lot and they want to learn, and they're not just sitting there and waiting till the time is over, but they really care about what we say and help us to make a good class and prepare everything at home. And they had to prepare last week. They had to prepare a lot for the weekend activity, and they did it in deadline and worked together, and I really like that. Sometimes too good.
Sometimes too good for you.
Yeah, sometimes it's they do more than they have to, I think. And I don't know when I have the feeling that they don't sleep, because I don't know how they do all this stuff, because they study and prepare everything, and I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's a little bit too much. I would like to work on my own and not. Sometimes I have the feeling they just tell us what to do, or try to tell us something how to do it, so that we have the result they want to have, and not our ideas. But but now everything is good. Work good. And now take a look at all these pages, and they have a lot of different Facebook pages, and they always send emails, and it's just a lot of information and a lot of communication. And sometimes, at the beginning, I was confused because there were so many emails and of all the different people, and I didn't know who is who and when do I have to ask her, or that was a little bit confusing. And I think maybe it's easier to have just one people to go to. But we have our buddy, so maybe that's the one.
Yeah, so
I think German students are lazy.
lazier than
Not everybody, but I think in Germany the student time is also a time for party and not just to study. It's just to have a lot of fun and enjoy it. To study hard, but also relax and do a lot of stuff with friends and party. And I think it's different here because they work a lot. Yeah. Oh, I didn't regret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, and I'm so happy that I'm here. I met so many nice people, and I love my attendees because they're just so thankful. And last week after the weekend activity, one of them, I think the adventures. I think we interns just to meet foreign people and talk to them, and they really want to talk to foreigners. I always see that the whole day, that there come people and just want to talk in English.
Okay.
That's really good in this project, and we are all quite the same age, so it's just everything on one level, like friendship, and just we are not just the teacher, but we want to help them and work together. I think that's really nice in this project. And I don't really know what they should change. I think the most important is just to talk to them, because they're good in grammar and in the vocabulary. Yeah, they're much better than I thought. Because I thought the students in this project are not good in English, but I think there are some they have a better English than I have.
Yeah,
So
really?
because my English is not so good. It's good enough for here, but and I practice a lot, so it's really good for me too to speak here. But some are really, really good. I think the problem is not the grammar or the vocabulary, it's just the pronunciation. I think they have to prepare better the timetable, because at the beginning we got a timetable, and I thought, okay, on this time's meeting, there's meeting, and then at the end we had a meeting every day, and it was just very spontaneous. And we wanted. I think the first week was every day.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just a lot, and the most of the time I thought I didn't really learn something, and it was just talking and too much talking and not planning at the beginning. I was waiting for plan the class, but it was just something, I don't know, not detailed. Yeah, and we wanted to see a lot and look around in Hanoi, and we were planning our days, and then they said, and then 4 hours there's a meeting. That was a little bit
so
too
that's
late.
a lot.
Yeah, but we told them that they should plan 2 days before and tell us maybe 24 to 48 hours before meeting. And they really did, and so it's getting better. But I think that's important, just to make a strict timetable and don't change everything.
Với thái độ ham học hỏi và tinh thần nhiệt tình làm việc, sinh viên Việt Nam đã để lại những ấn tượng tốt đẹp trong mắt các bạn du học sinh quốc tế. Trong tháng 3 vừa qua, dự án hộ chiếu toàn cầu của câu lạc bộ Isaac Hà Nội đã diễn ra hết sức tốt đẹp với sự tham gia của hơn 10 du học sinh đến từ nhiều nước và hơn 50 bạn sinh viên đến từ nhiều trường đại học trên địa bàn Hà Nội. Hy vọng trong tương lai, sinh viên Việt Nam sẽ luôn năng động, phát huy được những điểm mạnh để đưa hình ảnh trẻ trung, sáng tạo của mình đến với bạn bè quốc tế.